everyone, it's Julie Tolek, your local gun girl and gun lawyer out of Metro West Boston and Framingham, Massachusetts. So today I want to talk to you about the Chief Law Enforcement Officer's signature requirement for making or purchasing NFA items. There are two ways to make or purchase NFA items. You can either do it as an individual, as a human being yourself, or you can use an NFA Trust to purchase or make these items. The difference is that if you're an individual today, you're required to get the Chief Law Enforcement Officer's signature or permission, as I like to call it, on your application to make or purchase NFA firearms. If you decide to use a trust to make or purchase these NFA firearms, you don't need a signature from your Chief Law Enforcement Officer. That process, by using a trust, bypasses the signature requirement, and you just submit everything to the ATF with your trust. So a lot of people will use an NFA trust to be able to do this, so they don't need to get the Chief Law Enforcement Officer's signature. There are new regulations for NFA trusts that will go into play starting July 13th of 2016. And the new regulations for signature requirements is that the signature requirement is now completely eliminated. So it kind of equalizes NFA trusts that are applying to make or purchase firearms that didn't need a signature requirement before anyway, with individuals who are applying to make or purchase NFA firearms that did need a signature requirement before. So starting after July 13th, there will be no signature requirement whether you're an individual or an NFA trust who's trying to purchase or make NFA firearms. The new requirement is that you have to give the Chief Law Enforcement Officer notification that you are making or purchasing NFA items. So if you're an individual, you have to give the Chief Law Enforcement Officer notice. If you're a trust, if you're using a trust to purchase or make NFA firearms, you have to give the Chief Law Enforcement Officer notice that you're doing so. But other than that, there are no signature requirements anymore. So this kind of sounds like, why would you do a trust if the whole purpose was to bypass the signature and you don't need a signature anymore after July 13th? Well, there are still a lot of good reasons to use an NFA trust. Some of it's for estate planning reasons, and another good reason is if you have more than one person that you would like to be able to use and access and possess the NFA items that are in the trust, you would have to add them onto the trust, and that's the only way you can have more than one person have access to NFA items. If you were doing it as an individual and they're titled in your name, you're the only person that would have access. But by doing a trust, you have a little bit more flexibility with who can use your NFA items and when they can use them and who the beneficiaries are, and you have. So I hope this helps to clarify a little about the Chief Law Enforcement Officer sign-off requirements for NFA trusts now versus in the future. If you have any questions, why can't I talk? If you have any questions about NFA items, gun-related issues, NFA trust-related issues, Second Amendment issues, feel free to email me at julie@thinkpinklaw.com. My website is thinkpinklaw.com. I love talking about guns, I love talking about the Second Amendment, and I love talking about the law, so feel free to reach out to me anytime, and I hope to talk to you soon.